one in there too.
Okay.
I have one in there too, and they're with me.
Okay, which?
And you're not going to tell me I can't speak when they jumped on my kid. These are mine. And there's no way that they're going to go to school on Monday and get jumped on again. I can guarantee you that. So if you don't want to listen any other way, you will listen Monday if he's back at school.
Okay.
You know, it's really crazy when boys are going into girls' personal, private spaces that are only supposed to be for girls. When did we get here? How have we fallen so far from what is decent and right in this country? We're going to discuss that today. But before we get into it, don't forget to like this video, comment, share, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Hit the notification bell, watch the video to the end. Now, there's so much talk about men, biological men, participating in women's sports, although they identify another way. I'm going to share some clips with you that are very, very emotional. But first, we need to discuss, how did we get here? Where did this start? I believe, in my opinion, it began with Barack Hussein Obama. Now, some of you question if that is his real name, okay? We're not going to go there in this video. You know what I mean. But ever since then, there's been differences in the media that they are not actually allegedly promoting good news, but more of a propaganda type of news, you know, with the Supreme Court decision with marriage equality. And ever since, you know, Satan works in a way that once you open the door to sin, it gets broader and broader and encompasses other sexual deviancies, not just same gender relationships, but then you're talking about, oh, now they can all get married across the whole United States. And then now it's becoming more of, oh, you could be born in the wrong body. So it doesn't just end somewhere. And now it looks like it's teeter-tottering into the P area, the letter P. And I will let you figure out what I mean by that. But that is how I think we first got here, because that particular person whose name I just mentioned was elected president of the United States of America. He served 2 terms. And under that presidency, unlike any other, it was the beginning. Now it continued under Joe Biden and Kamala Harris into more deviancy because of that visibility day at the White House on Easter. So this is where we are in this country. And now you have young women, young girls who are literally so emotional and upset because they are made to feel like, you know, homophobes or some kind of racist or bigot because they don't want to be in a space with a biological boy who identifies as a girl. And we're catering to people that literally make up a very small minutia of the American public to please them, but dissatisfy everybody else. Take a look at this. This is a clip of a young woman, and then I'll get into another clip with several young women. They are teenagers, and they are telling their experiences about how they've been made to feel with this agenda being shoved down their throats. Take a listen.
Hello. I'm a student at Martin Luther King High School, and I run on the cross-country team. So I'm constantly affected by these actions that have taken place this season. And I have been around the females and just my team in general who have felt almost silenced to speak out about it because the whole LGBTQ is shoved down our throats. It is put in our face. And we live in a society where it is almost impossible to speak out on it without facing the repercussions of it. And I went myself to have a discussion with the head of the athletic director when nobody really felt comfortable enough to speak out. And I don't think it's fair, knowing Caitlin and knowing Taylor, to see their spots getting taken away, to see all these things being jeopardized for one person. It feels as though that my school and the school district is choosing to support one person instead of the whole team and the whole school as a total. Like, it's not fair. It's not okay. I try my best not to put personal beliefs into it, But seeing this first-handedly, seeing my teammates getting their spots taken for one person that's choosing to be a girl, it's not okay. I've done my research. I've looked into the CIF rules and I've looked into the NCAA rules, two completely different things. And when I went into this meeting with the athletic director, I knew that. I knew that going into it, that teachers and coaches and people in the office can't speak on personal opinion. And then to see the athletic director turn around and tell my teammates that their shirts that say Save Girls Sports be compared to a swastika, that is not okay. These girls feel silenced. They felt silenced. And when they finally spoke out and did something to go against it and speak out, not directed towards a single person at all, they were completely stabbed in the back by the person that we were told would support us and be able to help us through this. They were said that it was a hate crime, that they were targeting that one person. And that is not the case at all. Taylor and Caitlin are two of the most nice people I've ever met in my life. And to see them having to be told that they're being hateful people is not okay. And it is not okay that I have to be in a position where I'm going to practice and having to see a male in booty shorts and having to see that around me. As a 16-year-old girl, I don't find that as a safe environment. I don't at all. And going into locker room and seeing males in there, I don't find that safe. I don't find going to the bathroom safe when there's guys in there. It's not okay. I'm a 16-year-old girl. There's girls around me where we do not feel safe having boys in our environment. And it isn't okay. It isn't okay to have them on our team. It isn't okay when it's the genetics.
She said it's the genetics. Yeah, because men and women are built differently. And by this age, boys have gone into adolescence and they are attracted to girls typically. And how do we know that this is not a person pretending to have gender dysphoria, but is really putting themselves in a position to be around people of the opposite sex and having direct access? This is not even logical thinking. I can't even believe we are here. This, I'm telling you, this abomination stuff, because that's where it began, I'm telling you. Because it was already going down that road. You could see it in Hollywood and in TV shows in the late 90s, a little snippet here and a snippet there, but it really got full blown. If you noticed, under Barack Obama's presidency. Now, y'all may disagree with me, but I'm allowed to have my opinion, okay, on this platform. But in all honesty, I was thinking about how I felt in high school. How would I feel sharing a locker room with boys, and then some of them probably trying to sneak a look here and there, because you know how young guys are when their hormones are raging all over the place and they're trying to sneak a peek and oh, they pretended like they got a gender thing going on, but it's really not that. They're just trying to, because how do we know? I mean, hey, there was a situation in some of the prisons across America where men were saying they identify as women, but then they put them in a women's prison. Those women in the women's prison came up pregnant. Okay, see, that's what I'm saying. You can identify one way, I guess, and still be attracted to the opposite sex, okay, of what your gender is. And no matter how you slice and dice it, you can't just put the needs of a small few above the needs of everyone else. Maybe they need to just have their own space for people dealing with that particular issue. Okay. Biological men that identify as women and biological girls that identify as boys, have your own space, but leave the rest of us out of it. I mean, I don't know what the right answer is. I really don't. But we have gone down this debaucherous, immoral spiral in this country so far. And now we have to make concessions for people. And then, like she said it's being shoved down our throats. It's not fair to take the spots of biological women. And then, they want to say, this is what the left, they really tick me off. They always say they want to protect women. How is it protecting women when you put them in dangerous situations? Or even if it's not dangerous, it feels like it could be dangerous. Even if no one touches them, they're still uncomfortable. They're still like, oh my gosh, that's a guy. You know what I mean? I mean, that is not putting us first. And the whole thing with I do with my body what I want to, what Kamala Harris ran on, people need to focus on the fact that with abortion, you got to deal with some psychological stuff from having done that. It's not just as easy and quick of a fix as they make it out to be. Some people suffer from guilt and depression. Facts. Okay, so all the things that they push on the left is not true. Okay, it is literally it's just a lie. It's a lie. And now I'm going to show you some clips of other girls that have issues with the situation at their school. They're running into some of the same things this young woman went into. And that, you know what? I got to believe it's going to be all right. So watch this.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, and only ladies and gentlemen it is and shall always be. I am an 18-year-old high school student and wanted to take this time to bring to your attention the current issue with biological men claiming they are women and in turn truly believing that they are entitled to use women's spaces. There was an incident within our district that occurred recently regarding a transgender woman who really is a biological man having an altercation with a young woman at MLK High School. It was infuriating when I had seen the video on social media, but what was detrimental to this is the fact that this man is and has been using the women's restroom and locker room. Firstly, the question we must address is why are we affirming the mental confusion of this boy and putting the safety of women in jeopardy by allowing mentally confused men to use the women's spaces? Of course, any male who claims he is a woman will accept it, but what about the women? What about the true girls like myself who are female down to our DNA? Why don't we ever get a say in whether or not we are comfortable with this? The truth is we aren't. The majority of us aren't, and yet nothing has been done to protect the safety of these women. I will conclude with this. It all starts with you. You are in charge of the safety of us women and the kids of our parents. So please do something about it. Thank you.
Yes. She said it. We got to deal with somebody else's confusion. Somebody needs to get that person some help. Get them some help, because we should not be endangering the lives and safety of real girls to make somebody else feel comfortable. You know what I mean? So it's not fair. And she said, ladies and gentlemen, and it will always just be ladies and gentlemen, forever, always be, something along those lines. And she's like, look.
I just want to say that this is not right. Like, this shouldn't be happening. This isn't right at all. Like, he's been bothering me and my friends continuously after the first fight. He's been posting about us, continuously bothering us, talking bad about us. And we say, leave us alone, stop bothering us. But he continues to keep doing it, and the school isn't doing anything. I've been reporting him. I've been in the office at least 3 times a week reporting about him, and nothing is being done. And I don't know what else I can do, but talk to you guys. So, I have a minute left. Yeah.
Well, these kids are here today because King is not doing anything. This boy should not be allowed to return. I'm the mom.
I know, but we have comments from these 3 specific speakers.
Okay,
If they
were done. They were done, and they're a minor. They're a minor.
Please allow Angel to finish.
That's it. She didn't even know what to say. I'm pushing them up here to say what they need to say because King isn't doing anything.
Okay.
And my kid is going to go to school on Monday and not be protected because this boy is going back.
Our staff will follow up with you. We have comment cards from these 3 specific people.
I have one in there too.
Okay.
I have one in there too, and they're with me.
Okay, which?
And you're not going to tell me I can't speak when they jumped on my kid. These are mine. And there's no way that they're going to go to school on Monday and get jumped on again. I can guarantee you that. So if you don't want to listen any other way, you will listen Monday if he's back at school.
Okay, Alicia Bullard, which one of you are? Okay, Alicia, please, you can proceed with your comments.
Alicia.
I feel like the school should have done something the first time the situation.
Please reset the time. Thank you. Please proceed. Thank you.
I feel like the school should have done something the first time, the first fight, and it should not have escalated, and Angel and me and my friends we should not have been harassed by him multiple times. He would follow us to class, post us on social media, text us, have other people text us, put us in group chat. The school needs to kick him out of the school. He should not be allowed to come back. He should not have been able to jump on Angel the second time. And the school were saying that we got suspended because we didn't tell nobody, but Mr. Harris, the vice principal, and another supervisor were following us when it happened, and 2 other campus supervisors were already at the situation. So where were we going to go get someone when they were already there?
Please allow her to speak. Okay, does that conclude your comments? Our next speaker is Anala, am I pronouncing this correct? Anala Marquez? Annalise, my apologies. Please proceed. You can speak next.
I honestly feel
Please proceed, yeah.
I feel like this shouldn't have been an occurring situation at King High School, or it should be like an occurring situation in any school district, because this is wrong for a male to be hitting on a woman, and especially because it's hurting her. That is not okay. Like, that's wrong. Like, I get they shouldn't be saying that it should be person on person, because it is not person on person. It's male on woman. And I don't get how you can claim that it's that.
Please allow the speaker to speak, please. Okay.
Exactly. I'm sorry, but that is my comment on what she said.
So apparently that's at King High School, I believe Martin Luther King High School in Riverside, California. And they're talking in that last one with the multiple girls speaking. It was a situation where as an assault took place with a guy on a girl in what should be just a girl space, like a locker room or bathrooms. Evidently, there was some kind of a fight. And this is what you do when you don't separate them according to their gender. This is what happens. And you know, the people, this is crazy. This is really common sense. Where's common sense? Where did it go? Somebody find it, because we need it. These girls, the parents are upset. The girls are upset. They are emotional. You can hear it in their voice. Can you imagine being a parent? And some of you may have gone through this as a parent or a grandparent. I don't know. We'll be prayerful about that. But how is that supposed to make us feel okay when our girls are facing something like this on a day-to-day basis at the school? We don't send our kids to school to be bothered with things like this. They can't focus on learning. How are they supposed to learn? The public school system needs to be revamped. Okay. Donald Trump said he was going to dismantle a lot of things, including the Department of Education. A lot of people on the left, they think it's bad. Oh, he's going to dismantle only to make it better, to fix it, not to tear it up, because it's already broken. You know, the old saying, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Well, if it is broken, then fix it. And evidently it is broken. The kids are not able to read and do math at the proper grade level. Then you have this whole confusion thing with boys, biological boys or men in women's spaces. And then a fight ensues. And you know, men are just follow the science. Okay. Men are stronger than women. I know some feminists might feel like they're big and bad, that they can beat up a man, but you can't do it. All right. I'm going to revisit something from when Donald Trump visited Georgia, and he's here with Harris Faulkner, and he's speaking to a group of suburban women about this very same thing.
I have 9 grandchildren, 6 of them female, all playing sports, and we are very concerned for their safety, not just on the field and the courts, but in their locker rooms as well.
Right. It's such an easy question, and everybody in the room, and you know that answer, we're not going to let it happen. We stop it. We stop it. We absolutely stop it. You can't have it.
How do you stop it? Do you go to the sports leagues? Do you go to the Olympic?
You just ban it. The president bans it. You just don't let it happen.
Ban it. And you know, Donald Trump is not going to allow any federal funding to any school that promotes the wrong thing, whether it's any kind of ideology that's harmful, whether it's racial or gender or anything sexual or whatever, not 1 red cent. Oh, take away someone's money. That'll get their attention, right? And you guys, we got to pray like we always do. Don't forget to like this video, comment, share, subscribe to my channel, and hit that notification bell. Now, I am also on Locals. Please do follow me on Locals. You have free speech content. I'm on X, Instagram, TikTok. You can email me at ChatWithMeLindaB@gmail.com. You all be blessed. Love God, your families, the United States of America, and march on, warriors.